Hi, my name's Andy Kelly, and I've had the great good fortune to be rallying since the late 1970s. So it's probably obvious that I've got my bus pass now. A few years ago, some big thinkers decided that junior motorsport required a bit more investment. And a few years later, the Junior 1000 series was born. In Scotland, we are quick to catch on to new things, and very soon we developed our own championship. That championship now is thriving, and we've got 8 events in our calendar, 7 of them in Scotland at a variety of venues, and the season finale is south of the border in Anglesey, where we come together with other Junior 1000 championships from the other home counties.
Who got this started, Dave? Was it you or was it Finlay?
It's a hard question. I think it's a tough one. I think the love for rallying was always in my blood. Having had a wee shot myself back in the day. But I came out of that from being in the Peugeot 205s just because I couldn't afford to move on to four-wheel drive after doing what I thought reasonably well in the 1600 challenge days. But at that point, Finlay had got his first motocross bike, and I was getting as much fun going out watching Finlay competing on his motocross bike as I ever did driving my rally car. So it was quite easy. We could go and do that every weekend, and rather than just one weekend a month. And ironically, it came to the same cost, or thereabouts. So that's really where it all started. I was lucky enough to be asked to go to Rally of Scotland when it was based at Scone the first year round to drive a closing car. So Digby was there at Scone Palace with his stand, took some photographs, sent them home to Finlay, and ever since then he wanted a rally car. Simple. That's how it all started. Junior 1000, I think that was the first year it kind of kicked off in Scotland. So he had a couple of years to wait, but we were lucky enough to purchase Digby's car for Finlay's 13th birthday, which was a nice present to get at the age of 13. Something I wish I had got, and I'm sure there's a lot of other parents in the same position and getting these opportunities. Even drivers, the current Scottish champions and things like that these days never got these opportunities. So it's really just taken off from there, and I think Finlay's proven to us all that he's up for it and he's capable of doing it. Therefore, for Carol and I, it was easy to put a bit more money back into it, along with support from family and friends.
Do a few track days here and there with different cars, and Amy just always followed along. Now she's 14, she's decided she would like a wee shot.
So was it Amy that encouraged you to get her involved, or did you encourage her?
Probably a bit of both, to be honest. She's always been around cars, so she was desperate. As soon as she became 14, she was desperate to go on track, so we're trying it this year, see how it goes.
Obviously the Junior 1000s is a great way of getting in, but was that just something that you'd heard about because you live in Muirkirk?
Well, I go up to Kames to some of the rallies and things, and I had spoke to Digby, and he'd encouraged her. I think he was keen for a couple of other females to be back involved in it. So, and it's a good championship, everybody's really friendly and helpful, so as I say, just give it a try, see how it goes.
What about the car? Did you pick up the car and prepare it for Junior 1000?
Yeah, I actually used the car for a year on the road, then we just converted it. When you're in the motor trade, it's just another thing, and I've built a few track cars for myself, so it's just a wee step further forward, a bit more safety features, and something that needs to be built for a championship.
In Junior 1000, we don't only provide youngsters with events and opportunity, we've got a very robust training programme. Our training team give classroom sessions and one-to-one tuition throughout the championship season. In fact, we can take you from never having driven a car before to competing in rallies very quickly. I think we've got 7 juniors out today, and we've got 3 not kill qualified instructors there. Our senior instructor, Stephen, is a coach. He's just done his MSA coaching ticket, and he's works very closely with the juniors.
Smooth, nice and smooth. Keep it nice and tight down into the right. Use the full one. Use the full one. That's it. Up in the second. Up in the second. Keep it nice and tight down. That's it. Again. Keep it nice and tight. Come off the throttle. Keep it nice and tight now. Now on the throttle. Tuck it to the left. Tuck it like breaking a straight line. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Deal a lot with race instructing up here, and also the rally schools up here as well. Most of all, especially for today, it's just mostly concentrating on the rally side of things with juniors and just trying to make them a smoother and quicker driver. And just now with the senior guys, it's nearly just kind of approaching it to just kind of fine and tune these little bits that to make them pretty much progress to the next level for when they leave the juniors to the STRC or what Finley's doing, the BTRD. Well, last year we've done a lot of things with just pretty much scoring them on how good they are doing with things. This year we're now taking a more one-to-one approach and getting involved more with the families, making it a lot more personal one-to-one coaching and getting them to actually become quicker and smoother drivers instead of just marking them on what they need to improve on and just send them away. With the juniors, they do a one-to-one personal course, so I do get a few of the juniors coming up and doing one-to-ones, and that way you can spend more time with them and the families, even if it's just setting up the car or just again fine-tuning these little things that they need to work on. If it's just simple things with your hands on the steering wheel or just what they're doing with the pedals, and it's definitely things they can go away with and work on, if it's anything to do with auto testing or any kind of seat time at all, even sitting on their Xbox or PlayStation. Just some things that they can actually take away with them and work on, and hopefully by the time they come back it's improved and it's something else we kind of need to work on.
Left foot braking. Oh, try and find that balance. Keep it nice and smooth. So left foot braking. Keep it nice and balanced. That's it. Nice and smooth. Braking in a straight line. So nice and smooth. You're coming in. Put the first on the handbrake. Now easy on the throttle. Easy on the throttle. Easy, easy, easy. That's it. Well done.
Co-drivers obviously are a very important part of rallying. For these young people, what's the requirement there?
Indeed, they're all really qualified co-drivers that we use. I think they've got to be over 21. They've got to hold a National A licence, I believe, and they really help the juniors. They're more than just co-drivers. They'll join in some of the training. They know the aims and ambitions we've got, and they'll help coach the youngsters at whatever point they are in their career.
Right 5 through the gate to a left 9. Into right 9. Over the mud. To left 9.
It's meaning that the driver gets all the credit, because the inexperienced co-driver, there might be timing mistakes or errors. I mean, obviously anything can happen to anyone, but it just means that they can then focus on the driving, and it also means that without having a relative in the car, there's no pressure there, because you're just coaching them and trying to get the best out of them for the day.
It's great to be in with Peter, teaching him some new skills as well, and we're getting quicker, which is good. Just a brilliant event here. Being all round Ireland and England, the bits of Scotland with Peter this year, so it's a good experience for me. Brilliant, enjoying the juniors.
Teamwork's obviously important, so I mean you must have struck up a good relationship with Peter.
Peter's come on leaps and bounds since I first sat in the seat with him, and brilliant. Yeah, I can see a big change in him.
I started with Harry in his first rally 3 years ago, and back with him today, and just a completely different driver now. And we had run the car with 2 low tyre pressures on the last previously, and we adjusted that for the last 2 stages. Huge improvement.
I just don't think anybody, it doesn't matter how experienced they are, the Gary Pearsons of the world, the top Jock Armstrongs, they couldn't have driven this car any faster. I guarantee you, that car was as fast as it would go. It was fantastic fun.
I didn't think we could fall in love.
Well, I'm not going to answer that question.
Were there any big moments or exciting bits that happened?
No. Yes, probably.
You can't go any quicker than that, you really can't.
You sure?
I spotted my dad in the corner, and that put me off for one of the corners, but I got round and it was all ready and I was ready for it, but Don't think he expected me to get round, but I did.
It's been going good. It's nice having Ian Crosby in the car. It's nice and calm.
1, 2. The end there.
I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if I'm as good at it, but I'm really enjoying it.
Cameron, we just thought we'd have a quick chat with you, seeing as this, you told us earlier on, this is your last event in the juniors.
Yeah, very last. I've learnt a lot. Helpford road driving as well, that's a lot. So thank Digby for having such a brilliant championship. It was so good. Learned so much.
So if you're hungry for more after you've seen this promotional video, then visit Knockhill, one of our partners. They've got various driving experiences like Teen Rally and Teen Drive that'll give you a real feel for what it's like to be driving in a competition car. Or visit us at one of our promotional days. We have them throughout the year at various venues. Come along, try it. You never know where the road will take you. Hope to see you soon.